NFL free agency was sure packed. But who are the top 10 biggest winners of free agency?
Let's talk football.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the All Around Sports Podcast, where sports are everything on this channel. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about my top 10 NFL biggest free agency winners of the NFL free agency period. So, here's how this is going to work. I am going to go over each team that I have at that spot. There are no honorable mentions this time, like I did with the power rankings I did a few days ago. There's no honorable mentions. So we'll get right into it. Before we get started, though, if you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to do me a big favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. For now, let's get into the top 10 biggest winners of NFL free agency. Coming in at the number 10 spot, you got the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Some of the moves I like for them because I believe they are some good moves. I like the signing of Jeremy Chin. There's some other notable signings on here, including Raheem Mostert, trading for former Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith, also along with re-signing Adam Butler, one of their interior defensive linemen, extending Max Crosby to the 3-year, $106.5 million contract. But I really like some of their moves, especially the one for Jeremy Chin. He is a really good safety piece. And we know that the Raiders have mainly struggled in the defensive category net last year. I do believe they'll assess their wide receiver core in the draft. Maybe go after Teterola McMillan if he's still available at that time. Also, along with maybe targeting Travis Hunter if he is available then also. Other ones I would look out for is Luther Burton III, also along with Emek Aboka from Ohio State. But other than that, that is why I have the Raiders coming in as the number 10 biggest winner. Coming in at number 9, this might be a little low for some people. It is the Denver Broncos. And I have them this low because they made 4 key signings. They made signings for Taliu Funga, Dre Greenlaw, Evan Ingram, and Trent Sherfield. Primarily solving some of the defensive gaps, helping their secondary out. I do believe still they'll go after a running back in the draft after letting go of Javonte Williams to the Dallas Cowboys. I believe they might go after Amorian Hampton from UNC, possibly him, Ashton Denzi, if he drops somehow to 20. I don't see that happening. But the Broncos, I really like the way the defense moved. His moves have gone, and that's why I have them at number 9 of my biggest winners. Coming in at number 8, you got the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens. I have them at number 8 because they, two of the key signings I wanted to touch on. They got Marcus Williams and DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, I really like the addition of him into this Ravens offense. You pair him up with Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, also Isaiah Likely, and Derrick Henry. This is going to help out their offense dramatically. Also, along with bringing in a competent backup quarterback in Cooper Rush in case Lamar does go down. But I really like some of the moves that they have made in free agency, including re signing Ronnie Staley. That was a big key for why I have them at number 8. Coming in at number 7, you got the New England Patriots. The Patriots went out there and got an official number 1 and 2 receiver in Stephon Diggs and Matt Collins. Also got a good backup to backup Drake May and Joshua Dobbs. Also, along with bringing in Milton Williams, Super Bowl champion, Carlton Davis, Morgan Moses, and Garrett Bradbury as well. They went out there and spent a lot of money, but for good reason, because they are going to be one of the fiercest teams in the NFL next year. I do not expect them to make the playoffs, but they can at least challenge anybody that they go against in their schedule. And they have a really good team right now. They're going to probably fill up some of those holes in the draft. Also, along on top of that, they did get Harold Landry from the Titans. And I believe Mike Vrabel will help out this team a lot, and that is why I have them coming in at number 7. Coming in at the number 6 biggest winners is the Buffalo Bills. The Bills. I actually think their moves are very good. I like the move for Laviska Shenault, former Seattle Seahawks kick returner, but he will be a good kick returner in Buffalo. Also, they got Joshua Palmer. They went out there and released Von Miller to get Joey Bosa. When healthy, that man is a feared man on the field. And then also they re-signed Terrell Bernard, extended Khalil Shakir, also re-signed Damar Hamlin, which that was a big piece in their secondary. But other than that, really like the moves coming from Buffalo, and that is why I have them coming in at number 5. Coming in at the number 5 spot, even though they lost a lot of defensive pieces, the defending reigning Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, I actually like some of their moves. Getting out there and stealing another New York Giant in Aziz Ojulari, also along with signing Joshua Uchi, also bringing in A.J. Dillon to complement Saquon Barkley in the running game. Although they did release, say, Darius Slay and James Bradbury, they also went out there and got Zach Bond, re-signed him. But I really like these moves because Aziz Ojulari is a really good defensive player. He was only wasting his years in New York by being a part of the worst team in the NFL, that is the New York Football Giants. But that's why I have the Eagles coming in as the number 5 biggest winner. Coming in at the number 4 biggest winners of free agency is the Washington Commanders. The Commanders went out there and got Javon Kinlaw, also along with bringing in Will Harris, bringing in Jonathan Jones, also on top of that trading for Debo Samuel, re-signing a lot of their guys, including notably Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, Noah Brown, my bad, KJ Osborne, Jeremy McNichols, and also along on top of that, re-signing Zane Gonzalez, their kicker. But they have made a lot of good moves. I do expect them to go into a draft with a lot of defensive pieces needed on the defensive side. But that's why I have the Commanders coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, you got the Chicago Bears. The Bears. Lots of people have them as some winners. I have a different team, but I'm going to mention that later. The Bears. I really like the move for Grady Jarrett after he was released by the Atlanta Falcons. Also, they brought in Drew Dillman. They traded for Joe Tooney and Jonah Jackson, also re signing former Seahawk running back Travis Homer, also along with bringing in a lot of very good guys in their side. But I actually like these moves. I do believe they'll go out there and do some more in the draft, but I like the moves that they've done, and they'll fill in the other holes in free agent in the draft, which is why I have them at number 3. Coming in at number 2 is my team. Some people might disagree with me, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, even though they didn't go out there and get too many offensive linemen, they got a lot of good stuff to rebound on their wide receiver core. They got Marcus Valdez Scantling, got Cooper Cup, also along with good kick returner Steven Sims, and also along with River Craycraft. I believe those two are probably going to be returners. But the main thing that made this a win for me was the re signing of Ernest Jones. That was the biggest key for me. Ernest Jones was the main piece of that defense last year when the trade deadline came. And they're gonna of course still need to fix their offensive line. I do believe they'll go out there and do that in the NFL draft because there's a lot of offensive linemen I'm looking at for Seattle to go out there and get, like Josh Simmons, Gray, Zabel from North Dakota State, maybe Calvin Banks, still not sure about him. But they got a lot of offensive guys to go out there and get in the NFL draft, which is why I have the Seahawks coming in as the number 2 biggest winner in free agency. Coming in as the number 1 biggest winner of the NFL free agency is the purple and gold Minnesota Vikings. The Vikes absolutely went out there and got a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff in free agency. They went out there and got all pro guard Will Fries, who is a solid guard. Also went out there and got Ryan Kelly, a center for the team. Also got Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave, and also along with Rondale Moore, former Cardinal receiver. But the main thing that keyed this for me was not only that, but trading for Jordan Mason for only a sixth. And that to me was a steal because to me, he was worth like a second or third round pick. So the Vikings actually got a steal in the trade market. And I'm very surprised that he went for a sixth round pick. I am extremely surprised about that. But the Vikings, they still got a lot of holes to fill, but they will do all of that in the NFL draft. Maybe go out there and get a corner to pair up with Byron Murphy Jr. But that is why I have the Minnesota Vikings coming in as the number one biggest winner of NFL free agency. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Who do you guys think is the biggest winner of free agency? Was there a team on my list that you disagree with? Was there a team on there that you agree with or that you would have a little higher? Let me know in the comments what you guys think down below. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider me a favor and smash the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Ciao for now.